Hi. So, I'm sure you've heard about paid marketing. You've heard about Facebook ads, you've heard about Instagram ads, and things like that, right? You might have probably heard about SEO as well, search engine optimization. But the people that speak about SEO, they always try to make it sound like some very, very difficult thing, something that is so hard to understand. And that's my whole point for this video, trying to simplify that for you and show you how you can use SEO to actually market your business free of charge. A lot of big businesses today are big because they use some of the things we're going to talk about today. Search engine optimization, sort of marketing for their business. Let's first start off with what's the definition of SEO or search engine optimization. I'm going to give you two examples. So example number one, you know when you're looking for directions, yeah, and you walk up to somebody. Let's say I am looking for directions to my nearest barbershop around me, and I see somebody on the road, and I walk up to him. Hi, mister, can you direct me to the next barbershop? And he says, oh, sure, young man. You know what? Walk straight down. Your first right. Don't turn to that right. Keep working. Your second right. You see a barbershop just right at the corner. That's where you see the barbershop. He gave me directions, right? He gave me directions because I went to meet him for something. If I didn't go and meet him, he wouldn't have just walked up to me and told me something. I would call him a madman if he did that. But I went to meet him, asked him for directions, and then he gave me directions on where to go to find the barbershop. In that particular scenario, that man is a search engine. Okay? Follow me. That man is a search engine. Now, have you ever visited Google? Have you ever visited Bing? Some of you, I'll be surprised if a lot of you use Bing, but Bing is on the come up. Go Bing. But have you ever used Google where you put in like a search term for where to buy, again, one of my guilty pleasures, where to buy ice cream? Or where to buy ice cream, and then Google gives you a lot of ice cream vendors or ice cream sellers or ice cream supermarkets or shops around you, right? Again, if you went to Google and you didn't type anything, Google would not tell you where to find ice cream. If your Google tells you where to find ice cream without typing anything, you have a nasty virus in your system. Actually, both your systems. It could be both your physical system and your laptop, but I digress. Now, that's exactly how search engine optimization works. The optimization bit is because you've typed something, okay? Now let's do a sort of history. So the internet and Google have been around for quite some time, okay? They've been around for a very long time. And because of that, a lot of people have put things on the internet talking about various topics, from food to politics to music to body care to fragrance to toilet roll, all sorts of things, right? And because of that, Google can't pack everything into one page. So they need to rank it by importance to people's searches, okay? Remember, the most important thing here is Google is the middleman, is the engine. What people search for on Google is what Google would. So Google is like a library, right? Let's say Google is like a library. Google would then go back to its library and say, okay, guys, what do I have here that answers this person's search query, search term, or things like that? And then Google will bring a list of items, right? And then rank it from line 1, line 2, or link 1, link 2, link 3, link 4, link 5, all the way like that till till it has shown you everything. Now, most likely, again, I'll speak for myself, and I'm sure you do the same thing. You typically just stay on the first page, right? So when it comes to search engines, especially with digital tools or the digital world or the online world, like some of us call it, ranking is very important as you get to the top. It's a race to the top, okay? Now, the beauty of it is ranking is relatively free. Ranking on Google is relatively free. And the reason why I say it's relatively free is because the work you need to do to get to be ranked number 1 requires time. It requires time and effort. And I don't know about you, but my time is very valuable to me. I would like to assume that your time is valuable as well. Okay? So that should give you an idea of what search engine optimization is and how Google, like they always talk about it, comes to play. But the truth of the matter is, Google is not the only search engine in the world. There is other search engines like Bing. Now, search engines is like the generic term. Google search engine, Bing search engine, your social media app, that Instagram that you use every day, or TikTok or YouTube, it also has a search engine. Wherever you see a search bar, there's a search engine in that place. It's the same way I gave you the example of the man that directed me to the barber shop. That man is a search engine. Now, what are the benefits of search engines? Number one, it's almost free. Again, it's not necessarily free, because you and I need to put our time and effort into working on articles and working on things like what they call keywords and all of that to make search engines, show our content first. Remember I told you the most important thing is to rank as high as possible. Chances are, if you're a new business or you're just starting, you might not get to the first page. Again, chances. I'm not saying it's impossible, but again, this is supposed to be a beginner-friendly tutorial, so I'm taking it step by step. Let's not jump the gun or move too fast. Number two, it can last for a very long time. So far the internet is active, and Google is still up and running. Your articles that you put on Google and all these amazing things, your linking, all those wonderful things, they will forever be on Google. So when people search for it, it will be there. When you put certain keywords in your social media bio, or your social media name, or your pictures, all of those things. So far that platform is still existing, the work you've put into your keywords and into your channel. If it's social media, so it will be channel. If you have a website, it will be your website, so page title, page URL, things like that. All you've put in there would last forever, right? It's something that you do once and literally don't need to look at it again, if all things go well, at least. And those are like the two major ones. It doesn't cost much and it can last forever. So if you ask me, that's a win-win. Don't you think so? I think so. So now let's talk about tools. Let's talk about tools. Now, when it comes to SEO, search engine optimization, there are a lot of tools you can use. There are so many. There are so many. The SEMrush, the Ahrefs, the Moz, Google Search Console, Google Analytics. I can list all these things out for you. But again, it's a beginner-friendly video, so let me keep it beginner-friendly. We're going to need just 3 tools, okay? And I'm going to give you, let's just talk about the tools. Tool number 1, either you have a website or you have like some sort of online journal. So online journal could be Medium, which is like a publishing network or platform. So you could have Medium or something called Substack, or you could have WordPress. I would say Medium or Substack because typically they are more beginner friendly, in my own opinion. Medium is the most beginner friendly. Then Substack number 2, and they are free. At least they are free plans, so you can always work with that, right? My idea is to keep it beginner friendly and as affordable as possible. So that's the number 1 tool you need. Either you have a website, which is not necessary if you're still a small business. I don't think small businesses necessarily need websites from the beginning. You need to do what they call proof of concept and make sure that you can get a lot of things moving, and then you can build a website. If you have the money, if you have that sort of capital available, please, by all means, build a website. But I'm assuming that we're moving very light, right? So let's do that. And then you need a social media account, your preferred social media account channel. So it could be either on TikTok, either on Instagram, either on Facebook, or a combination of 2, not more than 2, just 2. Either Instagram and TikTok or something. Because when you're creating content, you will create multi-purpose content and all of that. We'll talk about content in another video. Let's not talk about content, social media content today. I think I have a video that I've done before. I'm going to update that, but you can watch that video for now and work with that. So yeah, you need a website, an online journaling platform if you don't have a website, and a social media account. That's your first tool, right? Don't think those are the 3 tools. That's tool number 1. Tool number 2 is you can get something like Linktree. Again, we're trying to keep we're trying to go light and be cheap, affordable, not cheap. Sorry, I don't like the word cheap. I like the word affordable. but you use Linktree, and the reason why you want to use a platform like Linktree, there's another one I can't remember. I think it's called Card.co. I think I was testing out Card. So yes, you can use Linktree or Card. So Card.co or Linktree, basically it's what is the link you put in your bio with that social media account I spoke about earlier. So you put that link in the bio with your website or your online journals and all of that, right? That's your second tool. It is free of charge. Linktree, www.linktree.com or www.card.co or something like that. Number 3, one of the most important ones. I'm some sort of AI evangelist. I don't think it's going to take our jobs. I think it's more important and it makes life easy for us. So I'm always going to be talking about how you can use AI to benefit yourself and your business. So you need either ChatGPT, an account on ChatGPT, a free account is fine, or Gemini. So Gemini is the one with Google. I've used a little bit, but I'm a ChatGPT boy at the moment. I'm not going anywhere. It's number 1 for a reason, and I want to stay where number 1 is. There's another one called Jasper AI that is very good when it comes to writing blog content, which is something we're gonna do. But I've never used Jasper AI, but I've heard a lot about it. It's something you can do your own research on, right? So those are the major 3 tools that we need. So now we know the tools we want to use. Where do we start? Step number 1, you want to identify search-worthy keywords. Again, let me say it. You want to identify search-worthy keywords. And why do I say search-worthy keywords? So that you are not wasting your time creating beautiful content that nobody is searching for or nobody is reading. We want to work smart and also work hard, not just work hard. Okay? So you want to identify search-worthy keywords. Now, what are search-worthy keywords? Whatever business you do, there are certain keywords that people always search for that relate to that business. That's what I call a search-worthy keyword. Now, in terms of how many of these keywords you need, I would say start with 20 to 50. And the reason I'm saying you want to start so many or so broad is because with 20 to 50, you can look at them and then vet the ones that are the most important. Right? Let's say you want to vet the ones that are most important to you. That's a good way for you to do it. So start big and then trim it down in terms of importance, and you're good to go. Now, I sort of have an example where I've worked on something like that. So I was just playing around. Let me show you what I said. So this is where ChatGPT comes in. So I told ChatGPT, hey GPT, So I told ChatGPT, hey GPT, can you share some SEO keywords associated with Adire garments? So now let's imagine that I'm making Adire. And ChatGPT told me some amazing things, gave me some amazing examples. So Adire textiles, Nigerian batik, African indigo dyeing, hand-dyed Adire, eco-friendly. This is, like I said, 20. You can say, give me 50 ideas. And ChatGPT will give you 50 ideas. Now, this is why I say you want to make it as authentic as possible. ChatGPT is just going to give you what it thinks makes sense. You are going to have to go and check it and make sure that it makes sense. Okay? So don't think because ChatGPT told you, write about something, you just write about it. Vet it. Okay? It's your business. You are the mastermind. You are the professional here, not ChatGPT, by the way. So look at what ChatGPT is. Look at ChatGPT as an assistant, which that's exactly what it is. It's supposed to assist you, not do your work for you. All right, so now we have our search-worthy keywords, right? Now let's go and create content around these search-worthy keywords. Now, ChatGPT mentioned Nigerian batik and Adire designs. How do we create content around that? How do we create a blog post, or how do we create a page on our? So if you have a website, you create a page, like an about page about Adire style patterns, for example, or one of those topics there. You create an about page about that. If you have a Medium account, you will write a story about that on your Medium account, right? And this is something that you will share on social media. Don't forget, that's why we have social media accounts there, and you put it on your Linktree or Card account. Okay. So again, I asked ChatGPT again to come up with this blog post. And ChatGPT, I asked him write a SEO friend. I said SEP. Wow. Write a SEO friendly page title and blog post. He came up with a page title, Exploring Nigerian Design Patterns, a deep dive into traditional and contemporary Nigerian textile art. Amazing. He gave me a blog post outline with the introduction. It gave me the history of Adire. You don't necessarily need all these things. This is just an idea of what you can work with. It even gave me like traditional patterns like Ibadadun, Eleko, Oniko. I didn't even know ChatGPT knew these things. Adire in modern fashion. How does it work? These are things that you would take and write in your own words, write in your own understanding, because like I said, you are the mastermind, you are the professional. And then it ends with a call to action. It ends with some sort of conclusion. Call to action is where you then tell people where to go to either learn more about the products you actually sell, where you tell people about your pricing, things like that. Customer care, if you do more of bespoke items or something. That's just an example. Now, this is for Adire. Whatever business you do, put your business in there. The same format. It can work for your business, right? So if you need to go back, rewind, pause, write it down, copy and paste, I don't know, just go ahead and do that. But that's step number 2, where you write SEO worthy content with your search terms or keywords actually. Now for step number 3, every single image that you put online, you must have a title for that image. Now some images you have what they call alt tag. So alt tag is one of two things. There are some people that are visually, impaired, but they are still using social media. And alt tag is one of the ways that they use that. These people, what happens is on their own special devices, the picture, when the pictures are being shown, there's a audio that says what the picture is about. So, and one of the things that search engines like Google use is they look at your alt tag and also use that to understand the image that you've uploaded. Especially with Google, I want to assume that search engines also do, social media platforms also do this. So you should do this with social media platforms as well. On Instagram, there are ways you can put your alt tag. A lot of people don't do this. I do it, but I don't do it all the time, I'll be honest. But yeah, it's one of those little things that you can do, and then something might change. Now that we're talking about platforms like Instagram, the name that you put there, your bio. So there's the bio, and then there's the name. So the name is very important because that's how people search. The bio as well, you want to put certain keywords that we found here in your bio as well on social media. Put in your bio, okay? Now your link tree is gonna have all these content, let's call it that, all these pieces of content that you create. Your link tree is going to have it, okay? So, and you also want to create a title for each of these pieces of content. So again, you saw the title ChatGPT gave me about exploring Adire, design, contemporary art, and all those amazing things. You can, whatever it is your business is, you can reward it to be more impactful, right? That way, when somebody sees it, curiosity immediately sparks. So even if they are not searching for something, right, it's something that when they see it, they're like, I want to read that. Okay, good. Now there are so many ways you can measure success when it comes to ranking. There's things like Google Search Console that actually shows you how your page ranks on certain keywords. There is, I don't know how to pronounce this one. I pronounce it Ahrefs. But there are so many things. There's Google Analytics as well that can give you some sort of guide as to what is working and what's not working. There are so many things you can use, but this is not what you should be bothered about yet. The ones that we've spoken about in this video, go and start that one first. Let's start with that, and then we'll take it from there. Now, with that in mind, if you've not yet subscribed, this is the perfect time to subscribe. While you're subscribing, don't forget to hit like and the notification bell, because I release videos like this quite often, and I feel like it can help you, whether you're looking at self-development or improving your business. And then share with your friends that also have businesses, your friends and family. And I'll be seeing you in the next video.